Hi everyone, it is Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a reformer class for you. It is going to be a full body workout. It's going to be pretty straightforward, so not anything crazy on your reformer. Just very I don't want to say classical exercises, but more like traditional Pilates exercises. We're going to use bands though today to make it a little more challenging. I have an extra heavy band just because I want to work my legs a little more when we do incorporate these. So I'd go anywhere from like a medium to a heavy band. Foot bars are going to start up. We are going to start with footwork today. And then we are going to do unilateral footwork today with these bands. So my scale for unilateral footwork, like heavy, medium, light wise, would be 2 heavy springs and 1 medium. I consider as light. Now you can go lighter than that if you want to. 3 heavy springs would be a medium setting for your legs, and then 3 heavies and a light spring, which on mine is a yellow, would be heavy. If you want to go 3 heavies and a medium spring to go really, really heavy, you can. It's really up to you. We're going to do single legs today. We're going to do all the right leg, heel arches, toes, all the left leg, heel arches, toes with your band, so they will add in a little extra work. Headrest can be up or down, and then we're going to go ahead and lie ourselves down. Now, if you're curious what springs I have on, I have a medium setting. So I have 3 heavies on. I don't really love legs, so unless it's leg day, I never go like heavy with my springs. Okay, and then once we get down, bands are gonna go around your legs above your knees. Again, it's up to you if you have your headrest up or down. And then I'm gonna start in my neutral spine with my heels on the foot bar, parallel with each other, just about a fist distance away, so that should be about that sits bones distance out. And then my right heel is going to stay on, my left knee goes up into a tabletop position. On my exhale, I'm going to push my carriage out with my right leg. I'm going to keep my left knee in the same position, and then I'm going to inhale, bend to come back in. Exhale, push, inhale back. We'll do about 8 total with the heels. Exhale out, inhale back. This is 5. Keep your sacrum heavy, pelvis still. Do not let your left leg move. Last one here, out and in. Okay, then once we come back in, left leg stays in your tabletop. The arch of your right foot now goes onto the foot bar. Same thing, about 8 times with your arch. Exhale away, inhale back. We're focusing on that left leg again, staying in that tabletop position, and our pelvis staying still. Two more, and then last one. Ooh, okay, then once we come back in, right toes, balls of our feet go on. Make sure all 5 of your toes are on. Again, left knee's in that tabletop position. Up to where your right heel is at. 8 times, we're gonna exhale, push, inhale back, exhale out, inhale back. Think evenly weighted throughout all 5 of those toes. I have 3 more. 2 and 1. Ooh, okay. We're gonna switch to the left leg. So we have the left heel on, right knee is gonna go up into our tabletop position. Again, 8 of everything. Exhale, push, and inhale back. Think everything is engaged when we go out. Legs, core, push, resist. Two more. Don't let your right leg get pulled away. Then once you come back in, right knee stays in tabletop. You don't relax it down. The arch of your left foot goes on. Again, we're exhaling out, inhaling as we bend to come back in. Don't let your right leg get pulled away with this band. So that quad hip flexor have to work. Two more on your left arch. And then last one. Then once we come back in, we're going toes, balls of our feet on. Again, right knee doesn't move. Exhale, push. Inhale back. It's up to where your heel's at. If you go a high heel, it's gonna be a little harder. Should be evenly weighted again throughout all 5 of your toes. Halfway there. Last one. And in. Ooh, okay, now we can relax the right leg down. If you have your headrest up, they do have to go all the way down. I'm gonna go heels onto my foot bar, into my Pilates V this time. So we have the heels together, the toes are turned apart. And since the toes are turned apart, that means that the knees have to be pulling the band ever so slightly apart. It doesn't have to be a ton, just like ever so slightly apart. We're gonna go into bridges. So again, make sure that your headrests are down. I'm gonna inhale in my neutral spine. Exhale, I'm flattening my low back down into my carriage, and I'm rolling my spine up 1 vertebrae at a time. Thinking sending the tailbone kind of to the backs of your knees, or where your niche would be if you were not pulling the band apart. And then we're gonna exhale and articulate our spines all the way back down into the carriage. We're inhaling in our neutral. Don't let the band pull the knees together. Exhaling as we roll our spines up. Use the glutes, use the hamstrings. Take the inhale at the top. And then again, exhale, articulate the spines all the way back down. Inhale in our neutral. Let's go ahead and do 2 more after this one. Should be 1 vertebrae at a time to go down, 1 vertebrae at a time to go up. 2 more. Try to keep your carriages home. Now on this last one, we are gonna stay at the top, so don't come out of your bridge. We exhale to roll up. We hold at the top. Keep that little tuck of the pelvis. On our next exhale, we're gonna pull the band apart, release, pull the band apart, release for that abduction. So outsides of the glutes and legs working, pull, release, pull, release. We have 4. Keep your hips lifted. 2. Okay, now this last one, hold your knees apart and do little pulses out, out, out. So only pulse out. The knees, think, never come back together. Obviously they do slightly, but think pulse out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your knees go again a little further apart, and then roll your spines all the way back down into our neutral. Okay, we're gonna go toes, balls of our feet back onto the foot bars, parallel with each other, just about that sits bones in and out. The band stays. We're gonna push all the way out, and then we're gonna go into a run, bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel, and we can just take that run at our own pace. Pelvis is just gonna stay nice and steady when we run. Okay, let's lower both heels underneath the foot bar for a little calf and Achilles stretch. And then we're gonna lift the heels up, bend our knees, come all the way back in, and then we're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides. Our foot bars are gonna go all the way down. The bands are going to stay around our legs. And then we're gonna start with just 1 heavy spring on your reformers, and then everything else can come off. So keep the bands, 1 heavy spring. We're gonna kneel on our reformers, face the foot bars. We're gonna scoot forward so our hands are on the foot bar and our knees can be just like 1 inch or so away from the edge. And then once we take our hands on, our thumbs should be with our fingers. My knees are just like 1 inch apart. So they're not directly together, but they're not wide apart. I'm gonna kick my right leg back behind me, and I'm gonna hold here. Now my hips are parallel to the floor. I'm gonna inhale, dip my right toes down towards my headrest. Exhale, lift, dip, and exhale, lift. Every time I lift, I'm squeezing my glutes. You can have a point or a flex of the foot, or it can just be slightly relaxed, holding a neutral spine. Dip, lift, dip, lift. We want our glute max to fire. For 3, 2, 1. And then that right leg is gonna go back down. We're gonna do the same thing on the left side. Reach your left leg behind you, neutral spine. Your shoulders, hips are parallel to the floor. Dip your toes to the headrest, lift. Dip to the headrest and lift. Inhale down, exhale up. Eyes to the floor. Draw your abs in. Squeeze your booty every time you lift your leg up. Glute max, hamstrings. Okay, let's do 5, 4, 2, 1, and then relax. Okay, if you want to give yourselves a little stretch back into like a little child's pose, you can. You can roll out your wrists if you need to get off of your wrists, because we will be back on them. And now we're gonna go to a medium spring instead of a heavy spring. Hands are gonna go back onto your foot bars. Knees are in the same position as they were before, neutral spine. I'm gonna kick my right leg back behind me and I'm gonna hold it here. Then from this position, I'm going to push my left leg ever so slightly out. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna push my arms out and then pull my arms in. My right leg stays lifted. I'm gonna push out with my arms and pull in. Again, the left knee is slightly out, so it's not directly underneath your hip. Should make it a little more challenging for your hip flexors. Keep your right leg lifted, out. In, abs should be in. Let's do 3. Don't let the band pull your right leg down. 2 and 1. Ooh, okay. Bring it all the way back in. Same thing on the left side. Reach your left leg back, abs are in. Right knee is gonna push slightly out. Doesn't have to be super far. Okay, keep your left leg, keep your right leg. Arms are the only thing moving. They push us out, they pull us in. They push us out, they pull us in. But you should still feel your lower body here with that band in play. Inhale and exhale. Don't let your left leg lower. Don't let your right leg come in. Eyes to the floor, abs into your backs. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one, and in. Oh. Okay, switch to a light spring. Take off that medium. Again, if you want to give yourselves a little stretch, you can roll out your wrists, your shoulders, and then we're gonna go ahead and do more of an ab one now rather than lower body. So bands are gonna stay, but they're really not gonna come into play. I'm gonna have my knees just a few inches away from each other, my toes curled underneath me, hands are back onto the foot bar, and I'm gonna lift my knees off the carriage, hold, and I'm gonna stretch my legs out. Okay, from here, I'm gonna walk my toes a little further forward so I can get more range of motion here. I'm gonna tuck my pelvis, hike my hips, push out, tuck, pike, push out. The further forward you walk your toes, the more range of motion you get, the more challenging it'll be. The further back you walk, the less range of motion, the easier it's gonna be. Scoop into your abs, lift. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and in. Okay, now when I bend my knees, I'm just gonna set them down onto the platform. So it was pretty far forward. And then you can go back onto the carriage with your legs. Okay, we're gonna go back to a medium spring. Take off your light, keep your band on, and then we're gonna lie on our right side on our reformers. If you want a ball, you can technically have a ball for underneath your head. If you wanna come like me, I'm just gonna go with my tricep and my headrest, my hand supporting my head here. And then as always, when we're on our side, the hips and the shoulders should be stacked. We're gonna reach out in front of us and grab the strap. Now, we're on our right side. The left hand is gonna hold on to the strap. Long loop is light, short loop is heavy. Up to you. That arm is gonna go straight up to the ceiling. Right leg stays bent, left leg is gonna go long. You're gonna flex your foot, it's gonna be parallel to the floor, and just lift it in line with your body. We're gonna pull our left arm down towards our hip. Now, if you hit your face, just go further forward and then reach it up to the ceiling. Left leg doesn't move. It's gonna stay flexed, parallel to the floor, and in line with your body. We want our lats and triceps really to engage here. Exhale, pull with the arm. Inhale, return. Okay, I'm gonna go 3, 2, and 1. Now hold at your hip. We're gonna bend our elbow, our fingertips go forward, not up to the ceiling, and then we press. We bend and we press. Don't let that left leg move. Inhale and exhale. Tricep press. Elbow should be staying into your ribs. Hips, shoulders stay stacked. Should feel your obliques working to keep that leg lifted. And then abductors as well. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, then once you come back, pause. You're gonna hang your strap onto the peg. If you wanna relax your legs right now, you can. We are gonna stay on the side for one more thing. I'm gonna lift my left leg up again, hip distance. Flex the foot, it's parallel to the floor. Right leg is gonna stay down. I'm gonna lift, lower, lift, lower. When I lift up, my foot has to stay parallel to the floor. Up, down. Again, we want those abductors, obliques. Let's do 3, 2. Now on this last one, it's gonna stay lifted in line with your body. Keep the foot flexed. Give me little circles right from the head of the femur. Get that glute min firing. Imagine there's a teacup on your ankle. You're balancing that teacup. Reverse that circle. Don't let that teacup spill. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax that leg. Okay, we're gonna flip over to the other side. Same thing when we get over here. Ball or no ball, up to you. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Both knees are bent at a 90. Grab your strap in front of you. Long loop is light, short loop is heavy, and your right hand should be like right over your shoulder, not back here. Then reach your right leg long, foot is flexed, lifted, parallel to the floor, it's in line with your leg. We pull down, reach up. Again, if you hit your face, just have your arm go slightly forward. I'm like barely touching my nose, so I had to bring it a little further forward. Exhale down, inhale up. Again, don't let your right leg move. It has to stay in line with the body. The foot has to stay flexed and parallel to the floor. Should feel your left abductors working here too. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, last one. Now we're gonna keep it down. We're gonna bend our elbow, fingertips go forward, not up to the ceiling, and press. Bend, fingertips go forward, press for those triceps. Don't let your right leg move. Wrist stays long. Squeeze your booty. My right leg is shaking. 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, relax. Hang your strap up. Last thing here, you're gonna lift your right leg up, flex your foot, left leg stays down. You're gonna lift up and down, up and down. Again, the foot has to stay parallel to the floor. I don't want external rotation. Keep it flexed, keep it parallel. Lots of those abductors. And my right side is always the worst. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep that foot flexed, keep it lifted, little circles. Balance those teacups right from the head of the femur. 3, 2, 1. Reverse, feel that glute min. Keep that leg lifted, keep it flexed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Relax that leg. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, come up. We're gonna go on to a heavy and a light spring. Unfortunately, your bands are gonna stay on. So heavy, light, we're gonna lie ourselves back down onto our formers, take a breath, and then we're gonna grab our straps off of the pegs. Short loops are into your hands. Arms are going straight up to the ceiling. Hands, as always, should be like right over our shoulders, right over our chest. And then neutral spines, knees go right up into a tabletop position. Our legs can be zipped together here. On an exhale, I'm just gonna pull my arms straight down towards my hips. I'm gonna inhale, return back up. Exhale, pull. Inhale, return. Think, draw our abs in on those exhales. Legs are staying zipped together. No movement of the bands quite yet. We're gonna do 2 more like this, and we're gonna add in ab curls. Last one. Okay, now we add in our curls. So the next time I press, I'm gonna nod my chin to my chest, curl right towards my brow line. Inhale, return, my legs are staying. Exhale, nod, curl. Inhale, return. Hold that neutral spine. Make sure that you're not collapsing into your low backs when you come up. Should really feel that rectus abdominis, so those superficial core muscles work to bring you up and down. Okay, 3 more. And 2. And last one. And down. Okay, feel free to give yourselves a little stretch. You can sway your knees, hug them, stretch them. We're gonna do an ab curl again, but this next time we're gonna hold one curl and we're gonna move into some single leg extensions. So my arms are reaching right back up towards the ceiling. My knees go back up into my tabletop position with my legs zipped together. On an exhale, I'm gonna press curl myself up and we're gonna hold. I'm gonna inhale, reach my right leg out. Exhale to pull in, left leg out. Exhale in. Now, just like your footwork, the leg that stays in your tabletop position does not move. So do not let the band pull the leg away from the body. Inhale, exhale. The band is helping to pull your leg back in, but still think you're engaging your obliques to pull each leg back in. Let's do 4. Adjust those bands if you need to. 3. One more right, one more left. Last one. In, and we can return back down. Okay, we are gonna slide our band around our ankles. And then once you get it around your ankles, arms are going to go back up to the ceiling, again, right over your chest, neutral spines. Knees are up into our tabletop position. This time the knees and the feet are the band's width away from each other. And then we're gonna do one curl again. So I'm gonna press curl up, we're gonna pause. We're gonna reach both legs out to a challenging level, they stay. We pull the band apart, we release, we pull, release, pull, release. Back into that abduction. Hold those curls. If the necks are an issue, heads down. Arms long, wrists long. 5, 4, 3, 1, bend your knees, arms up, heads down, relax. Okay, band now goes onto the arch of your right foot. So it's gonna stay on your left ankle, which just know it will probably move a little bit here, but then it's on the arch of your right foot. Elbows are gonna be bent into your ribs for tricep press. And then knees go up into our tabletop position. My left foot is lifted higher than my right foot right now. We're gonna press both arms down for triceps. When I do that, I'm gonna push my right leg out. I'm flexing my left foot so that band doesn't get pulled off. And then I'm gonna bend to come back in. So every time I do a tricep press, I'm gonna push my right leg out. Now, if you wanna add in an ab curl, you can either hold a curl the entire time or you can go up and down. Keep your left leg. Exhale, push, inhale back. More work in the left than it is in the right here. Feel those quads? Hip flexors, let's do 2 and 1. Okay, I'm gonna put my head down to switch. It should be on the arch of your left foot. Right ankle, you're gonna have to flex your right foot. Elbows are into your ribs. Ready? When you do your tricep press, you extend the left leg out this time and you bring it back in. Ab curls are an option. Keep your right foot flexed. Exhale away, inhale back. Again, I want that right side working to hold the legs. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, and relax. Feel free to give yourselves a little bit of a stretch. The bands now, we're gonna go back around our thighs, right above our knees. And then when you get them here, arms will just go back up to the ceiling. Knees will go up into our tabletop positions. Again, legs are just zipped together. I'm gonna press my arms down to my hips, open them out to the sides just to circle around and back up for arm circles. So I'm exhaling to pull, inhaling as I circle around and back up. I'm engaging my core on my exhale. Legs just stay zipped together. Now, the next time I go to my hips, I'm gonna pause at my hips and then reverse. So I'm gonna go up to my shoulders, out to my T, and then I'm exhaling as I press my palms to my hips. Inhale up, out, exhale, press. Two more. And then last one. Okay, once we come back up, we're gonna pause at the top, hang our straps back up onto the pegs, and then we'll sit ourselves off to the sides of our reformers. We're gonna stay on this same spring. Our foot bars are gonna go all the way up, and I am going to walk around to the other side of my reformer. I got off on the wrong side. So when you're laying down, you should get off to the left side of your reformer. So when you're standing to the side, your right side of your body is closer. We're gonna do just a quick scooter on each side. So right foot is gonna go back to the shoulder block closest to you. Left foot stays on the floor. The further back you step your left foot, the heavier this is gonna be. I'm gonna bring my butt towards my heel, neutral spine. I'm gonna bend my left knee slightly, and then I'm gonna push out with my right leg in, out with my right leg in. That right heel should be digging in to your shoulder block. You're squeezing your butts. You can have one hand, both hands, or no hands on the foot bar. That's up to you. Abs should be active, so they're drawing into your backs. Let's do 4, 2, 1, and in. Okay, same thing on the other side. We're not doing lunges. We're just gonna pop around, left foot back, right foot on the floor. Again, the further you bring that right foot back, the heavier it's gonna be. Bend your right knee slightly, your booty should sink back. Neutral spine, you're going out and in, out and in with that left leg. That should be the only thing moving. Dig your heel into the shoulder block, squeeze your booty, draw your abs in. Neutral spines. Okay, 3, 2, 1, in, and then sit your butts back down onto your reformers. Now, I'm just gonna add on another heavy spring with my existing heavy light. Feet and straps with your band still. If you want it lighter, you can just do 2 heavy springs instead of 2 heavies and a light. We're gonna lie ourselves down. Now, the band isn't gonna make much of a difference here. When we get down, headrest can be up or down. I'm gonna grab my long loops, and they're gonna go right onto my feet. Okay, then once we get them on, legs are gonna be up as high as we can hold our neutral spine in our Pilates V. So those heels should be together, toes should be turned apart. We're gonna exhale, lower our legs down towards our springs. Pause here. We're gonna inhale, open them out to the sides. Exhale, bring the heels together. Inhale, hinge, come back up. So that's it. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, hinge. So it's not much work when you're bringing the heels together. Today, it's gonna be a little more work for the abductors when you pull apart. The band's gonna help to bring your legs back together. Lower, open, close, hinge. Okay, last one. Then when we come back up, we're gonna bring our legs back down one more time. Again, a little lower than a 45, heels together, toes are turned apart. Bend your knees in for your frogs, and then exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend, exhale, stretch. Again, more work on the abductors today rather than your adductors. So you should feel outsides the legs into the glutes. I am feeling my inner thighs though having to help like pull apart, and then exhale as you push back out. Two more. And then last one. Now, when we push out, bring your feet parallel with each other. Legs go a little further down towards the springs. We're gonna open them out to sides to circle around and back up. Obviously, range of motion is gonna be a little limited with the bands around the legs. Maintain that neutral, adjust the band if you need to. Two more. Last one. And then once we come up, pause and then reverse. Two more. And then last one. Okay, when we come back up, we're gonna pause at the top. The bands are gonna, or the straps are gonna come off of our feet. The bands are gonna come off as well. Yay! Okay, so straps off, bands off. Sit to the left side of your reformers, and then we'll do your lunges. Now you can toss the bands to the sides. You're done with them. Okay, so one heavy spring. Right foot is back on the shoulder block, left foot is on the floor. I'm gonna push out with my right leg first, and then I'm gonna push out with the left. Reminder, the stretch is up to you. I like for you to do whatever you need to do to stretch out whatever is tighter in your bodies. So you can hold onto the frame, the foot bar, you can move your carriage out and in. It does not matter. Stretching out the front of the right leg, the back of the left. Maybe you're doing a little more of one over the other. Okay, bring it back in, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Left foot back, right foot on the floor. Push out with your left first, and then you can push out with your right. And then from there, it's really up to you. I'm breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth to get my heart rate down too. Okay, we can bring it back in. I've been liking chest stretches lately. So last thing that we're gonna do is kneel on your reformers with your feet up against the foot bars. If you're sitting at a desk all day, this is so good to stretch out your chest just because we tend to start to hunch forward by the end of the day. So I'm gonna keep my hips up and I'm gonna push my arms out. So I'm gonna think my hips are gonna stay lifted over my knees, and I'm just gonna drop my chest down in between my arms. Now, if this heavy spring is too heavy, feel free to do a medium spring. And now you have the option, you can keep your butts up, or you can let your butts go back down towards your heels so you're in a child's pose. If you wanna like go out and in, you can. It's really up to you. Just breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, butts can be up or down, up to you. You're gonna lift your chest, that carriage is gonna come all the way in. We can sit ourselves off to the sides. We are all finished with that workout. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today.